Hi, it's Andrea from WellAndrea, and today I wanted to talk a little bit more about how to stay consistent when life gets difficult. And I think consistency is really what we should strive for and not perfection. And I think perfection really is what stands in the way of consistency. And so when life gets difficult, which can happen for all sorts of reasons, the world in general, our personal life, injuries, family obligations, really the list is very long. I think it is easy to feel really overwhelmed and think we cannot fit one more thing into our life, and oftentimes that is exercise. And by cutting out or really very much reducing exercise, we get into this, unfortunately, this negative cycle of feeling worse and worse, and then, it becomes harder and harder to actually get back to exercise. So I think, I've talked about this many times, but I have my foundations of movement that I think are important. And so that is to move throughout the day, work on your cardiovascular health, work on strength, and work on mobility, stability, flexibility. And so I think it is important to cover those bases, but it's also possible and oftentimes necessary to adjust things and to shorten things. So for example, if you do not have 30 minutes or even 20 minutes that you can just take at one, a 20 or 30 minute block of time throughout the day, you can accomplish a lot in just a few minutes, but just sprinkles throughout the day. And whatever you're doing, you're going to be more focused on the task that you have to do if you take consistent breaks. And I suggest, if you have very busy days, try to take breaks every 30 minutes, maybe even every 20 minutes. And it could be as simple as just simply doing one mobility exercise for one joint in 1 minute, right? And then 20 minutes or 30 minutes later, you do a mobility exercise for a different joint. And once you've done your mobility exercises, maybe you do jumping jacks for a minute. And then during your next break, you do some bodyweight squats. So the possibilities are endless. And this is really a way for you to feel as good as you possibly can. That doesn't mean that you necessarily will feel great, right? Because if bad things are going on in our lives, we're not necessarily feeling great, but we can still feel as good as we possibly can. And I really want to encourage you to use exercise to your advantage and to help carry you through difficult periods in your life. I hope you're having a good day. Keep moving. Bye now.